Let's bring in Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan. He's a ranking member, House Oversight and Government Reform, and also on the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve.
I know that the House is trying to figure out what the Senate is about to do, as everybody's trying to figure out what Nancy Pelosi is about to do. She's going to meet with the Democrats later today, here in about 75 minutes. What do you hear she's going to do, and what's going to happen next?
Well, they're going to ultimately send the articles of impeachment to the Senate, and then we'll see what happens then. I think there'll be some motions. They're going to have to name managers, and all that'll play out. And then there'll be some motions made by the Democrats in the Senate, probably a few days of that, and then they'll get to arguments. I hope what ultimately happens is the Republicans can dismiss it right away, because all the facts and all the truth is on the president's side.
But it's not happening. It seems like Senator Lamar Alexander, Murkowski, Susan Collins, Mitt Romney are going to vote for witnesses. Having said that, if they vote, that means witnesses. Let's go. And if there are witnesses, even though the president said, "I want a quick trial, I just want an in and out situation," should Mitch McConnell take the risk of bringing in Adam Schiff, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, and having this thing go a long time?
Well, you can't just let the Democrats get the witnesses they want. I mean, we've already had the most unfair process I've ever seen on the House side. Republicans weren't given subpoena authority. The president had no due process. He couldn't cross-examine witnesses. Adam Schiff prevented witnesses from answering Republican questions during deposition. So we've had the most unfair process I've ever seen. You can't go to the Senate and say, "Oh, we're only going to let the Democrats get the witnesses they want." If they move, I hope they don't do that. Again, all the facts are on the president's side. I hope they dismiss this and we get an acquittal right away. But if they go to witnesses, you're going to have both sides. And we would love to hear from the whistleblower. Remember, 435 members of the House. Only one member, Adam Schiff, only one member knows who the whistleblower is. Only one member's staff got to talk to the whistleblower. And yet that's the individual who's put our country through 4 months of this. So if you're going to have witnesses, you're going to have to open it up for both sides and have a real fair process at that point. But again, I hope this thing gets acquitted and gets dismissed right from the get-go. We'll see how that all plays out.
When you flip around and you watch all the different networks, what's your reaction when you see the media's obsession with impeachment?
Yeah, the truth still wins in the end. I mean, the truth still wins. Look, every single Republican voted against the articles of impeachment. One Democrat voted with us. One Democrat voted present. And a third Democrat voted with us and switched parties. So the truth still wins in the end. And just understand, though, it's never going to stop. These guys are going to go after this president forever because they don't like the president and they don't like any of us who support the president. And it didn't even start with Ukraine. Impeachment started before this guy was president. Impeachment started on July 31st, 2016, when the FBI opened up an investigation and spied on 4 American citizens associated with the Trump campaign. And everything they did for that 2.5 years until we finally got to Ukraine. So this is never going to end. It started before he was president. And remember what Congressman Al Green said. The day that we were getting ready to start the markup in Judiciary Committee last month, Al Green said, if the Senate doesn't acquit, it will not end. So we just understand that this is where the left is, this is where the Democrats are, but the truth always prevails, and that's what you're seeing play out here.
And we've heard some Democrats say that, nothing's stopping us from impeaching him again. But ultimately, Congressman Jordan, has this backfired on the Democrats?
Well, yes, because like I said, facts and truth win out in the long run. I think it has. Nancy Pelosi on September 24th, remember, she calls a press conference before the call transcript's even public and says, we're going to proceed with an impeachment investigation, impeachment inquiry. She never expected every single Republican in the House to vote no. She never expected to have a Democrat vote with us, another Democrat vote present, and a third Democrat vote with us and switch parties. So, of course, it's backfired on them because the American people understand facts, they understand truth, and they understand that the president did nothing wrong. And furthermore, they appreciate what the president's doing in spite of the relentless attack from the left.
Some inside baseball thing. I know the president wants some members of the House and others, the Pit Bulls, the Mark Meadows, the Radcliffes, the Jim Jordans, part of his legal team in the process. The Senate said, we got this. People like Lindsey Graham, that he also, and Mitch McConnell, don't worry about it. I know you could easily deflect this. Tell me the latest. What's going to happen? Are you joining the president's legal team?
Well, I'm happy to join the president's team if that's what the president and that's what Pat Cipollone and the White House counsel's team wants, and if that's what the Senate wants. What I want to do is get this thing done and get on with the business of the American people. I want to help President Trump build on the amazing record he's established: taxes cut, regulations reduced, economy growing, lowest unemployment in 50 years, Gorsuch and Kavanaugh on the court, out of the Iran deal, Soleimani eliminated, al-Baghdadi eliminated, embassy in Jerusalem, all the amazing things he's done. I want to help with that, help the president continue that amazing record. If it's part of being on his defense team, I'd gladly do it, but that's a call for other people.
All right. Jim Jordan from Ohio. Sir, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.